that was the background for you, some of the faces you saw in that insert. One of them, at least, is sitting with me in studio here, while two others are on the virtual platform. Let me welcome Collen Dlamini, once again, Group Executive at Multichoice. Mr. Dlamini, thank you very much for making the time. Good to see you in person. Tell us about the Multichoice Accelerator program. Why was it established and what did it set out to achieve?
Thank you, Xoli, and thanks for inviting us to come in studio. Finally, the program was really part of our ongoing entrepreneurial programs, which we run through the Multichoice Innovation Fund. And this time around, we decided we are going to partner with the Department of Trade and Industry and Competition, C3 companies creating change based in the UAE in Dubai, as well as Galileo Africa. And this time we just wanted to still continue with, supporting small businesses with their growth and development. But the only change this time was that we wanted to connect them with global investors so that they can be able to, raise more funding and get more access to other markets beyond just, in South Africa. And it's really been great to see, this program come to fruition and being a really great success.
Let's talk to you, Kevin Holliday, joining us via the virtual platform. You are with the companies creating change, and you were mostly involved with the training and mentoring of the startups. I think what some people might want to know is the approach you used, because some have described it as very holistic and blended learning journey. Talk to us more about that journey for the startups.
Sure, thank you, Xoli, and delighted to be here. Companies Creating Change, C3, is a UAE-based social enterprise. We help entrepreneurs in the Middle East and Africa to unlock their potential growth and maximize their positive impact on the community. Our programs, including the C3 Investor Readiness Program as part of the Multichoice Accelerator, helped accelerate their growth and impact with the support of our network of experienced professionals and impact investors. C3's network of experts and trainers delivered an intensive program to get the entrepreneurs ultimately fit for funding. Startups participated in 26 hours of training and virtual workshops, which saw them go through a holistic, as you mentioned, blended journey to help further strength test their proposition, hone their skills, and understand where improvements could be made. We create a 360-degree sandbox environment where entrepreneurs can learn from their peers. They receive guidance and feedback on critical business fundamentals in 5 key areas, such as impact, strategy, business governance, and talent. And in today's world, where time is pressured and investors are reviewing thousands of pitch decks, you need to be able to stand out. So therefore, the ultimate aim was to get the entrepreneurs to refine their pitch, to articulate their business in under 3 minutes. They were also exposed to expansion possibilities and fundraising opportunities. The entrepreneurs also had several opportunities to meet with the C3 alumni and gain valuable knowledge on trends and key insights into the Middle East and Africa entrepreneurship space and what it ultimately takes to succeed in this region. Creating impact is a lifelong journey, and startups have now become part of the growing C3 family, and obviously we'll have the continuous support from C3 team and access to investors and experts network in this region and beyond.
Such an involved process, it sounds. Rabih Khoury, you are a venture capitalist. Share with us some insights, particularly for those who either want to start their businesses or they've already started it and they obviously would not have participated in this program. What are the common pitfalls that they need to avoid when playing the funding game with investors, people who want to plow money into their businesses?
Thank you for having us. I don't call it a funding game. We take our funding and return to our investors very seriously. First, let me say it's a pleasure and a privilege to have supported the Multichoice Innovation Fund. We believe that Africa is the next frontier in VC, and we at MEVP, one of the leading venture capital investment companies in the Middle East, are really focused on assisting entrepreneurs grow and achieve their dreams. I would give advice around 3 questions. First, know yourself. You need to know what you need, how much money do you need, try to fund yourself for at least 12 months, and really it's a self-discovery process first. The second one is know your VC. Not every VCs are the same. We're also human. We make our mistakes. Try to target a good match, a VC that brings, in addition to capital, other things to the table. Maybe they've had success in your sector. You're in the right stage. You connect with them, KPIs. It's a matching process, so it's important to meet at a human level before talking about the numbers. And the third thing, and I think it's the most important thing, is don't fixate on the valuation. Successful ventures will go through multiple valuation rounds, and I don't believe that an initial valuation really dictates whether you're going to achieve unicorn status or IPO. It's too early at this stage to fixate on valuation.
Yeah.
So to summarize, know yourself, know your investor, and don't fixate on valuation.
Wow. Thank you very much to all of you for having participated in this program, in fact, for having run this program effectively. Thank you so much. We're going to let Kevin and Rabih go, and we're going to remain with Collen in studio here, because when we return, we're going to find out what it takes to turn an idea into a successful business, and we'll be chatting to Utility. It's one of the startups shortlisted by Multichoice's Accelerator program to find out what were their biggest takeaway from participating in this program. We'll continue in a moment. You watching Politics Unscripted. This particular segment has to do with a feature that we have been running for you for a couple of weeks now. Well, today is the final episode, and we will get to learn more about what exactly this was about. In case you just joined, our discussion has been around the importance of investor readiness programs for startups. Now, Multichoice's Accelerator program is one such initiative launched by the Multichoice Innovation Fund. And in studio, we are joined by Collen Dlamini. He is a Corporate Affairs Group Executive at Multichoice. We're also joined by Vincent Maphosa, founder of one of the 6 startups that were shortlisted and got the opportunity to pitch to global investors. There you see him on your screen. We're going to put to him some fine questions that I suspect he may not have had in front of those panels that he would have pitched to. But for the moment, let's quickly link to this to give you a teaser of what's to come.
Utility is another startup that operates in a sector that's attractive to investors: renewable energy.
South Africans are facing 15% increases in tariffs every year and up to 1,000 hours of power cuts. The hybrid rooftop solar market is a $47 billion market with access to 3.5 million households and SMEs across.
In the Q&A, Utility is made aware of the fact that the VCs need more information to understand the South African context.
We're just going to squeeze one more question in, which is a virtual one from Xoli, which is in relation to why is solar adoption so low in South Africa, and what are the barriers to that adoption going forward and entering, more players into the market?
Not assuming that investors share your level of expertise or understanding of a particular environment is an important reminder for all entrepreneurs.
Well, there it is. So let's talk to one of the startups who participated in this important program, Vincent Maphosa, founder of Utility. Mr. Maphosa, thank you very much for your time. I've got to ask you the question, what was it like pitching to venture capitalists, not just in South Africa, but the world?
It was a great experience for us. We were well prepared because of the Multichoice Accelerator program and the level of intensity that it came with across the various programs and investor readiness programs that they put us through. So standing in front of those investors was not as daunting as other people would assume it was. We were able to articulate our vision, which is to provide power and independence to over 350 million Southern Africans. As you would know, South Africa is facing a slew of challenges, among them economic and power being one of the key things that's mentioned as a thing that's stalling the economy. We want to provide all South Africans with an option, right, and independence for their power sources.
Sure. At the level of personal development, what has this done for you as an entrepreneur, this program, your participation in this program?
No, we're deeply proud and honored and humbled by the experience, and what it has done for us and our team particularly is it has exposed us to a variety of partners and people who are quite keen on supporting us throughout this journey. Yeah. So these partnerships are quite critical for us as we move from being a startup to being a scale-up. Yeah. And that's quite critical, especially as you start to look at the task ahead. We have a very clear vision. We have a very clear promise that we'd like to deliver to the variety of customers across the board, and this is in the power to homes market, which is we want to deliver energy independence to them by offering them products that allow them to access the system via a lease, which is a more sustainable way than paying the capex or the cash up front. Also providing them with hardware and software which is well maintained and also supported by an operation and maintenance contract, which are some of the very novel things that you wouldn't find in the market at the present.
Sure. In fact, your last answer there makes me realize that I actually didn't ask you about what your business does. I'll ask you that question, but couple it with the question around your biggest takeaway, which I would assume involves a bit of money as well.
Yes, it does. And thank you for asking that question last. But yes, I think one of the biggest takeaways is the importance of partnerships, the importance of building a team that aligns with the vision and also contributes significantly to seeing out that vision. Yeah. It's important to have a product that is desired by customers and one that actually serves a particular need. Yeah. Once you have that, then you have a business and you have something to look forward to on a regular basis. But one of the key things for us definitely is the level of partnerships and the type of partnerships that we manage to get out of the program. And these are ongoing conversations. Some of them are getting very interesting.
Collen, we're not ignoring you. This is just fascinating. For you, you started this program. You've got to take us back to the importance of establishing such programs. South Africa has a problem of unemployment. It keeps growing year after year. Yeah. Why is it so important that initiatives like this are established?
You've hit the nail on the head. You know, with entrepreneurs, they create opportunities for so many people than just themselves. So we believe and we understand at Multichoice that if we empower entrepreneurs and we assist them, they'll be able to, you know, tackle this issue that we have in South Africa at the moment, this high unemployment, you know, that is really, really becoming a big problem, which we have to try and, you know, just make a contribution as Multichoice. And these are the guys that are going to create opportunities.
Talk us through the partnerships that have been forged coming out of this process and how important those partnerships are going to be going into the future, because my imagination tells me that these 6 startups are now going to almost be a template for the next group that is going to come. This is going to be an ongoing process, am I wrong?
No, you're absolutely right. And it doesn't only just apply to the 6 that was finally selected at the end, but the whole 20 companies that were part of the Accelerator program. And what we've learned from this Accelerator program is that private-public partnerships really do work when we all roll up our sleeves and we work together. And we can do it. We were working with the Department of Trade and Industry and Competition. We worked as well with Newzroom Afrika, which is one of the best fund managers in South Africa. And we worked with C3, which is based in the UAE, as you would have heard from Kevin earlier. And it was really good collaborative effort.
For your side as Multichoice, the lessons that you have taken out of this process, what are your biggest highlights?
Look, in addition to partnerships that, you know, we have to work together, we also, I think one of the biggest takeaways is that if you empower entrepreneurs with the right skills and, you know, give them that critical guidance and business fundamentals, they can do amazing work. From the 6 that went to pitch to the investors, they've already received, numerous requests for meetings. There's been lots of interest to speak to them. Yeah. We've also learned, that when you look at the criteria for how you get, the right businesses to take to global investors, you need to look at even, issues like, environmental sustainability beyond just commercial viability of the business and the scalability of the business. But it's also important to look at the team credentials as well. So we've learned a lot through this Accelerator program, and we are looking to take it forward, to continue supporting businesses through the Multichoice Innovation Fund. We've just opened a window now for applications on our portal. So if there are SMMEs that are watching this show right now, feel free, come, hold hands with join us, and let's work together. We're looking for those companies that are in the ICT industry and are willing to make that change. Yeah.
Vincent, for you, how many people do you employ in your business, and where does the business go from here?
So we employ about 20 people at present, and we've created opportunities for up to 100 people who are some of them are contractors, some of them are partners as well. And we're really looking to scale up quite significantly. As I said, we're looking at becoming the source of power independence across Southern Africa. So we're not just looking at this as a South Africa issue. It's the interconnectedness of the South African power grid allows us to branch into the neighboring countries who face even more chronic and more severe power issues than what's currently faced by South Africa, despite all the complaints and negative publicity around load shedding. I mean, the situation is a lot more dire outside of South Africa. So with that, obviously, you require quite a large number of skills. You require quite a large amount of resources in order for you to branch out into those areas. But we'll take it one step at a time, and eventually, in a few years' time, we'll be able to report back on great progress and growth. For those people who are interested in your services, how do they get in touch? You can go to our website, www.wetility.energy. All you do is key in your address and your monthly electricity spend and enter a few other details, and you'll get a summary view of what type of system we can give you, and then thereafter you can enter your contact details. Well, Vincent Maphosa, founder of Wetility, thank you very much, and all the best. Thank you very much, Xoli. Collen, Dlamini, yours is great work, sir, that you guys are doing. Thank you. It is fantastic work, and we need more businesses in the country. And I'm sure that's probably what we're going to hear out of the State of the Nation address this coming week, because the economy is not doing well, and these are the people that help create that employment.
Absolutely. Thank you, Xoli.
Thank you very much.